All right, my name is Andrew Till, Andrew, last name Till, Till.
Okay, Andrew, awesome. Nice to meet you. I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, tell me some, just come out and tell me about some stuff about yourself.
All right, so I'm in the program for substance abuse and self-harm and being defiant and things like that. It all started when I was about 12, and it just kind of went on from there, and now I'm here.
Okay, cool. So, you talked about what kind of drugs were you using, or alcohol?
Yeah, I started off with a little bit of alcohol, I just wanted to try it, stuff like that. I moved on. I started doing pain pills, Vicodins, like tramadol, trazodone, tranquilizers and stuff, And I, just because I had a place where I could get them so easily and take them, and I just kept doing that when I was 12, and I saw a bunch of people smoking weed, and I just thought it was cool. Tried that, and it just kind of went on from there. And I eventually ended up doing anxiety medications and it got so bad to where I tried getting high on things like, computer dusters and gas and nitrous and stuff like that.
So what started all that? Like, what kind of got you headed down that road?
So when I was 12, I was in 7th grade, and I went to the year before, I went to a really small school, like not really stressful, but I told my parents, can I go do a bigger school? I want to go to a normal big school, and they said, yeah, you can. So I went to a big private school, and it was like really preppy and just nothing I'd ever seen, and it was really stressful too. The work was so much harder. It was a couple years ahead of my grade level, and in 7th grade, that's a lot to handle, and I just got really stressed out, and I turned to things that I thought would help, and I tried to keep going. And in 7th grade, towards the end of the year, around April, I got caught with a little bit of weed at school after trying it my first time, and that was when I started getting in trouble at school for stuff like that. So that's really how it started, and I just, but I had done, before that, I forgot to mention, my bad.
It's okay.
Before that, I did do the pain medications, like I mentioned, and some sleep medications, and alcohol, and then it just kind of progressed, and I got involved with self-harm after I lost a friend to suicide when I was 13. That really hit me hard. I started getting depressed, and then it just spiraled down. I started doing drugs a lot more heavily. I seeked out anxiety medication at that point. Started smoking marijuana every day, drinking a lot, and mixing everything, and it got really bad.
How did that affect your family life?
Around the summer from 7th to 8th grade is when it got pretty bad. At first, I was just getting in arguments with my parents, and then it got to me, breaking things. After I lost that friend, I started punching holes in the walls at my house and running away, and that, after that, I'd lock myself in my room and just do something that I thought would help me cope with it, I was just gonna say, whether it was self-harm or drugs or, something like that,
Did your parents try to get help for you somewhere else?
Yes, a couple times I had gone a little bit too far with things, and I had to go to the hospital. So one time I took too much of my antidepressants, and my mom drove me to the hospital just so I could be safe. She wanted to make sure I was okay. And from there I got sent to an intensive outpatient program. And it was actually a Christian program through Mercy Hospital. And I learned a lot of stuff there. I could go home afterwards and do whatever I wanted. And I was, every day I was going to that high, so I didn't really change through that. And it got so bad, I kind of messed up. Hold on.
It's okay.
Should I say the event that got me here, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, tell the story.
All right. So one night in September, I was involved with in an inappropriate relationship with a girl at my school. Okay, one night.
Can't laugh now, man.
All right. So one night, I decided to go out to a store and steal some alcohol. I did it for a couple nights in a row over the weekend, and a girl that I was involved in a relationship with told me, she asked me to do it. I said, should I do this? She was like, yes, please, She was involved in stuff like that too, and so I did it, and I just took it and ran out in the middle of the night. And the night before I went to school on a Sunday night, I decided to stay up and drink a lot of it, and I went to school pretty messed up. And in my first period class, I had I had 3 bottles in my backpack, and I knocked over my bag in the middle of class, and one of the bottles shattered. And my coach said, because it was health class, he was my coach, and he said, what's in your bag? And I said, it's water. It obviously was not water. And he took me down to the principal's office, and I got a semester-long suspension. And I had a meeting with the school board, and they told me, you either can just wait out your suspension and come back next semester, do online schooling until then. You can go to an alternative school, or you can go to, figure something else out where you can still get educated and stuff. So my parents, after, I think it was a week or a week and a half after I got suspended, they decided they're gonna send me to Teen Challenge, and they wanted it to not be close to anywhere we were, because they were worried about me running away and what if someone I knew was there or something like that. So let's see, what was I gonna say?
Tell me about when they told you about Teen Challenge, that you were going to Teen Challenge.
Yeah, at first I was like, no, I am not going there. It sounds like it's just a waste of my time. And I really thought it was, and I just kept saying, nope, I'm not going. And they had already contacted the people here, the staff. And so I didn't really have a choice, but I was just refusing. And at one point I just said, you know what, I'll go, it can't be that bad, because my relationship with my family was not that good. So I figured maybe a little time away would help fix it, because I still wanted to do everything I was doing, except I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to fight with my parents. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to do drugs and stuff, but that's all the stuff that came with it, you know. And so I found out about a week before I got here that I was coming, and then I came and I was really defiant at first. When I got here, I was huffing aerosol and kicking in doors, and like it wasn't good. And then about a month after I was in the program in October, we went to an event called Summit. And that's where I really changed, you know. And I kind of got in touch with God, and it was just a really good environment. So, yeah.
Awesome. So tell me, so that was, well, we were looking at probably 8 months ago when that happened, 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So take me back to like, well, let's not go back there. Let's go somewhere different. So what about the summit helped you, or like kind of turn a corner?
It was cool because all the other teen challenges in Oklahoma were there, and I felt like, you know, there's more people that have the same situation as me, and it was just a really good environment for everybody to come together and just, you know, do something good. And I saw that I kind of looked up to the older guys there, and just, you know, eventually I started raising my hands at worship, and it just changed me. Like, I felt God there, you know. It's crazy.
Tell me about tell me about your schooling before Brush Creek, and now how is your schooling going? And if you could start it with my schooling before, or my school before Brush Creek, or something like that.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. For sure. My schooling before Brush Creek, I wasn't doing that well. I was getting pretty poor grades. I remember I had all Fs at one point, and but when I came here, we have schooling on the computer, so it's self-paced. So I saw that as like, you know, I can either do really good or I can just not work at all. And I eventually started getting really good grades and getting my grades up and getting ahead in everything. So it was pretty cool.
How has the staff helped you since you've been in Brush Creek?
A lot of the staff, they're pretty supportive. They like let us know that they care about us, and they, you know, you can tell that they wouldn't be here if they didn't want to. They're not here for the money. They're here to take, you know, help us out, and a lot of them have powerful testimonies, you know, and it's pretty cool to hear their story.
Do you have a favorite staff member?
I do like Zach Mason a lot. He's pretty cool.
Why
pretty
is
cool
that?
guy. He's just you know, he always lets you know he cares about us. He's also, you know, you can laugh with him. He jokes around a lot.
Yeah.
And I like that about people, that they can laugh about stuff, you know.
Cool. Absolutely. I'm just going to kind of take a pause here for a second and see if I skipped anything. Well, yeah, let's go back to this. Like, tell me about your relationship with God. Maybe before Brush Creek and now.
Yeah, sure. Before Brush Creek, I didn't really have a good relationship with God. I identified as a Christian. I just didn't do any of the things I should have been doing. My parents are Christians, and they, you know, do the best they can to be really good Christians. I just wasn't taking those steps. And but now I'm doing everything I can, to try and get closer to God. And just that turning point, that 180 was at Summit for me. And ever since, I've just been kind of getting up there.
What about, do you, tell me about, do you enjoy, what's your favorite part about being a Christian? Is it reading the Bible? Is it praying? Is it fellowship, church?
I don't see, I don't, my favorite part about being a Christian is like letting other people know that there's a chance, like they have a purpose, and like it's not all the, it's not.
It's okay. You can take your time and think about it, because like I said, we just edit stuff. So it's all good.
It's not always about the objects, and the popularity and all that. It's about like your relationship with God and like caring for other people and like reaching out to them and stuff. And that's my favorite part about being a Christian.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Who does your chat? This is just a side question. Who does your, when do you guys have chapel?
We usually have chapel on Wednesdays during school, and then we'll have we go to church Sunday mornings, and then we have a little group devo on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights.
We watch a sermon on Friday too.
Yeah, we sometimes watch a sermon too on
So
Fridays.
doing those things like chapel and doing devotionals and watching a sermon, have you had any kind of aha moments where you're like, wow, I learned something about myself or learned something about God?
I don't have that good a memory, so but I know that I've learned some things about making my relationship with God better, and like certain things like avoiding temptation and stuff like that.
So like some of the Teen Challenge curriculum,
Yeah.
like overcoming failure.
Yeah, stuff like that, and like accepting myself and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Just thinking, huh? What were you saying? Do you need your yogurt?
In a little bit.
Gets cranky. He gets cranky. He doesn't have his yogurt. You gotta keep it light. I'm just teasing
That's funny.
you. I'm just giving him a hard time. How have you personally changed for the better since coming to Brush Creek?
I've changed for the better. I become less defiant. I'm not, if an authority figure tells me to do something, I do it, even if I don't want to. I've learned how to avoid temptation, and I haven't self-harmed since I got here. I'm not depressed anymore. I just learned how to like pretty much control everything, and ways to get out my anger and stress and stuff like that.
How's your family? So you've been here for almost over a year now. What changes have they seen in you, and how have they reacted to that?
I mean, I've been here about like 7 months.
Oh, 7
Yeah.
months. 7 months. Okay.
But my family, they're supportive of me, and it's hard for them, as hard as it is for me. They want me to get better, and I want to get better as well. So we see it as like, it's just a little amount of time for like a lot more time in the future that's going to be good times rather than bad times.
Yeah. Tell me about. So you played some sports here. What sports did you play?
I was here for the basketball season. I played basketball, and now I'm doing track.
Tell me about that. Like how has that helped you playing sports here?
I've always seen physical activities as like a good way to take out whatever you got bottled up, you know. So I used the sports here in that way, and it helps me a lot. Just whatever I'm going through, I just leave it there, you know, on the court or track or field.
Have you been on a missions trip?
Not yet. I haven't been on a missions trip yet, but I will be going to Costa Rica in a couple weeks, actually.
Why are you looking forward to that?
Honestly, I want to help people, and I just want to, you know, I've never really experienced something like that, and it'll be totally different and just a good way to help people through God, you know.
Yeah. Amen. Let's see, we asked about that. I asked you about how your parents have seen you change.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll go back to my questions. Oh, have you worked with the animals?
Yes, I have. I enjoy animals. Animals is like a cool place to be and just interact with them, and they just, you know, it's really therapeutic, you know.
Is there a way you can, just so it'll be easier on the video, but maybe like animal therapy has helped me?
Yeah, animal therapy has helped me just really, like, caring for an animal is just really therapeutic, you know, and I've always liked animals, and it's helped me a lot in just stress, and, you know, if I'm anxious, I could just pet my horse.
What's your animal's name?
My animal's name's Pumpkin. It's a mini horse. Pretty cool.
Cool. Does he like you?
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I've had her in my whole program, so we're pretty tight. You know?
It's funny, I've heard a few kids say that their animal didn't like them. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think it was the kangaroo. Apparently the male kangaroos get a little bit
Aggressive.
Yeah,
Kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He was nice then, but no, like here.
Yeah.
He used to be with the kangaroo. He used to be nice, but then
I just get.
He got an attitude, huh?
I realized there was an issue when I wouldn't be with the bull because the bull was nice.
Hi, Tommy.
That's hilarious. Oh, cool. What have been some of your favorite activities? What were some of the favorite things that happen at Brush Creek?
For me, the favorite moments I've had at Brush Creek are just like the little things, like if we just go to the creek or play a game that we make up, or just watching movies and stuff, and stuff like that, and building forts. That's a good one.
Forts.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What are you looking forward to? So you got about 6 more months.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to. I want to be. Ever since I got involved with fine arts, I wanted to start. Doing more spoken words and actually writing rap music, and I want to get involved with that more, and my parents are really supportive of that, and I just can't wait for that.
How has fine arts helped you in your program?
It's helped me express myself. Fine arts has helped me express myself in my program, and I got to just say what I wanted to say and let people know, like, pretty much that how I've changed, and that they can if they're struggling with something, and that everybody's got their problems, you know.
Yeah, that's true. All right. ask you about sports? I did.
Yeah.
Didn't I? Okay, I'm sorry. It's just all running together. at this
Nah,
point.
you're good.
Okay, we got that. All right. In like 30 seconds, tell me like how Brush Creek has impacted you and how, like, what's your hope for the future?
Yeah, Brush Creek has helped me in helping with my depression, anxiety, and stress, anger, being defiant, addiction, stuff like that. And my hope for the future is that I can reach out to people and that are having those same problems and let them know that they can change, and that's through God, you know.
Amen. All right. Anything I missed there, Peter? Good. We're good. Awesome.
Cool.
Way to go. Great job. You got this joker behind you making faces.
Yeah,
so.
he did.
Only once or twice.
You're trying to keep a straight face.
I told him I was going to do it for a spoken word, but he was like, no, Tommy, because if you try and make a face at me, I will laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, because I was nervous then, and I just
I was like, I'm going to
kept
try and
looking.
lighten the mood, and he's like, no.
I definitely could not do that. I mean, it would have been okay during, like, the big thing.
Well, yeah, you weren't going to see me.
Exactly. I'm
And I
sure
was doing it
you
the
were
entire
making
time.
faces.
Hilarious.
I had to go in front of like 1,000 people. So. And me and him are both going to Orlando for National.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Boom. Man,
Awesome.
that's incredible. Right, what, you're doing business and you're doing art.
Carter did a short sermon.
In a short sermon?